Okay, so good morning, dear students. Yesterday we were reading that chapter, A Truly Beautiful Mind. We were able to do only first 5 paragraphs I have explained to you. So let's continue with the sixth paragraph. Okay, so in sixth paragraph, it is given that Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics, and after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich, but science was not the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus mustache. So, in this paragraph, we have come to know that Einstein was gifted in mathematics. It means sometimes we say na, that person is God gifted. Okay, that person is God gifted. That he is gifted with sweet voice. He is gifted with intelligence. So like that, so Einstein was already good in mathematics. That was a God gift to him, that he was very much perfect in mathematics, but he had so much interest in physics. So when he finished his school, after finishing his school, what did he do? He decided that he should study at the University of in Zurich. Zurich is the name of a place. Okay, but he was not attracted towards science only. Okay, it means only science was not appealing him. It means he was not attracted towards science. Okay, but science was not the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus mustache. So here in this line, his physical description is given that at that time when he got admission in university, at that time he was so dashing, he was so handsome. You can see in this picture also, and he was having that walrus mustache. That walrus is a kind of mustache that he was having. You can see in this picture, when he was young, when he got admission in university, he was looking so handsome, and he was having such kind of mustache, and the name of that mustache is that walrus mustache. That is a kind of mustache. Okay, that means you can say hair on upper lips. Okay, so he was having that such kind of look. So his interest is given in this paragraph, his physical description is given in this paragraph, that how was he looking at that time. And he was good in mathematics, but he has so much interest in physics. Okay, so that's why he decided to go in university to have further study. Okay, now who is going to read seventh paragraph? Afterwards I'll be explaining you seventh paragraph. Okay, Renuka, you read seventh paragraph.
He also felt a special interest in a fellow student, Mileva Merrick, whom he found to be a clever creature. This young Serb had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where movement could get degrees. Saw her in an ally against Philistines, those people in his families and at the university with whom he was constantly at odds. The couple fell in love. Letters survive in which they put their affection into words, mixing science with tenderness. Wrote Einstein, "How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion."
Okay. Now, in this paragraph, it is given that there was his one of his classmate. The name of that classmate was Mileva Merrick. Okay. The name of the classmate was Mileva Merrick. So he had a special interest. It means he was showing special interest in that he liked that girl, he liked that girl too much, and he found that that girl was just like a clever creature. It means she liked, and such kind of traits, personality traits, he found in that girl. So this young Serb, what is the meaning of Serb here? Serb here means that belongs to that is a girl, Serbian. Okay, Serbian, that place, that person from Serbia, the person who belong to Serbia, those persons are known as Sir. So he found that that girl was basically a clever creature. Clever creature means you can say smart person. That he found that this classmate, Meliva Mary, that girl was a smart creature. She was according to his you can say liking. Okay, so this young girl who belonged to Serbia, so that's why this Serb word is used here. She come to Switzerland. Okay, and why did she come to that place, Switzerland? Because at that time there was only one university, that in Zurich. That university, they were providing degrees to women. At that time, all universities were not providing degrees to women at that time. So only that university in Zurich, that was one of the degree, that was one of the university in Europe which was providing degrees to women. So that's why that young girl, beautiful girl, Meliva Merrick, came to that university to get degrees. Okay, so Einstein saw in her an ally, you can say companion, friend, supporter. Okay, so he found that girl, he considered that girl as his friend, as his companion, as his supporter, you can say, against the Philistines. Okay, so what is the meaning of Philistine? Because at that time, the people, Philistines, those people, they were not liking art, literature, and music. So that's why this meaning is given in your book, that Philistine meaning is used for those people that who do not like art, literature, or music. But basically, why this meaning is given? Because Philistines at that time, they were against all these things. They were not having any liking in art, literature, or music. Okay, so that's why those people in this family and at the university with whom he was constantly at odds. It means at that time Philistines were, they were completely against art, literature, or music. So this description is given about that girl, that why that young Meliva Merrick, she came to the university, and Albert Einstein, he really liked that girl, and that girl was Serb. It means she belonged to Serbia. And why did she come to that place? Because she wanted to get a degree, and at that time only that university was providing degree to women. And he really liked that girl, and he found that that girl could be his true friend, supporter, and they both were having same liking. Okay, so what happened? What was the result? The result was that both boy and girl, they became good friends, and after that they fell in love with each other. So in this chapter, we have come to know about the love life of Albert Einstein also, that he was not, you can say, only studious and boring kind of personality. No, like that. In this chapter, we have come to know about his love life also, that when he was a student, when he was studying in university, how did he like that girl, and he fell in love with that girl. Okay, and which kind of life he was surviving at that time. And after that, you will come to know that did he get married to that girl or not. So what happened when they both fell in love with each other? So they used to exchange letters. Okay, so whatever their feelings and emotions and love, affections they were having, they used to jot down all the things in the form of a letter. It means whatever the feelings they were having, they used to write down in letters, and they both were intelligent. Okay, so what were they doing? Whatever the tenderness they were having, tenderness, you can say softness, whatever the feelings, the love they were having, kindness they were having, so they were, you can say, mixing it with science. It means whatever the letters content they were writing, so when they were describing their emotions and feelings and love, so to describe that, they were using science terms. Isn't it strange? So we have given one example for that. See, Einstein has written one of the letter to his beloved Meliva Merrick, and in that letter, what wording he has written, you will be laughing after reading that. How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion. So relativity, it is a basically science term. You all are a student of 9th class. You might be knowing that relativity is a term of science, isn't it? Tell me. So this is a science term. So when they were writing this letter, so they were using science term, and they were Albert Einstein has explained his you can say feeling in the way when he was explaining it, he was using science words. And what he has written that I will be feeling very much happy, I will be feeling very much proud when we both will, you can say, get married. You can say when we both will join, it means when we will both will get married, and we will have a victorious conclusion. Victorious conclusion means our life will be successful, our love life will be successful, and at last we will be getting married. So this was the way, in this way, wording was written by Albert Einstein to his beloved Mileva Mary. Okay, so it is given one example that when they were expressing their feelings, so they used to use, you can say, science terms like relativity, victorious conclusion. Such science terms are used to express their feelings, loves, and emotions to each other. Clear? So now let's move to eighth paragraph. Who is going to read eighth paragraph? Okay, Daljit, you read.
Okay, ma'am. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. He is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at work of Bureau of Theoretical Physics.
Okay. Now, okay. Now, in this paragraph, we have come to know that at the time when his age was 21 in 1900, so he completed his graduation. Now he got a degree of his graduation, but after completing his degree, he did not get any of the job. So that's why he was unemployed. He did not get any job, but he was working as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons. It means he was working as a tutor. Okay, he was working as a tutor, gave private lesson means he was giving tuitions, he was taking tuition classes. Okay, and after 2 years in 1902, after that he got a job. So what was that job he got? He got a job of a technical expert. Technical expert. And where he got a job? He got a job in Bern. Bern is the name of a place, as a patent office. What is the meaning of patent office? Patent, it means a document which gives the right of an invention to an inventor. So you have come to know about the patent office. Patent office is basically a government office. Okay, and they give certificates to new invention. It means suppose any of the scientists, they are able to make any new invention, so if government will approve them, if they will be given them certificate, only then their invention will come in the in front of the public. So he started working in a patent office where governments were providing certificates to the, you can say, relevant and fruitful inventions. Okay, so he was working in patent office, and where other people's inventions were coming, it means other scientists, whatever the inventions they were making, so they used to give in that patent office those inventions. So he used to, you can say, see others people's invention. He was working as a assistant of technical expert. So but what was the secret behind that? Einstein was very much intelligent, very much, you can say, inquisitive, very much, you can say, unique, and he was a great scientist. He was so genius, and he was working on his own inventions also. But he did not tell this thing to others at that time when he was working in patent office in Bern, when he was working like a technical expert and assessing others inventions. At that time, assessing means evaluating. Okay, he was doing the evaluation of others' invention, but at that time he was developing his own ideas, and this work was going in secret. Okay, so he is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at a work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. It means he was having a one desk. In that desk there was a drawer, and there he was keeping his, you can say, theoretical physics. It means whatever the information he was having, whatever the invention he was having, he used to keep in that desk drawer. Okay, so that's why he called that desk drawer, that this all the work, all the invention, all the secrets he was keeping in one of the drawer. Okay, because he was working on some that was a secret, that he was working on some of the invention, and whatever the invention he was making, whatever the, you can say, material he was having, he was keeping in one of the drawer, and that drawer he considered like the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Okay, bureau, you can say collection, or you can say desk drawer, where he was keeping all his assets of physics. Clear? Now let's move to ninth paragraph. Who is going to read ninth paragraph? Okay. Laksh, you read ninth paragraph.
One of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together. To again, after a journey, if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other, from this followed the world's most famous formula, which describes the relationship between mass and energy.
Okay. You can read further also.
Yes. While Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unrevealing. Albert
Oh,
had
this
wanted
blue
to
one.
marry
Wait,
Millie.
wait. This blue one I have told you. E is equal to mc square. You read this.
um, E equals to mc square. In this mathematical equation, E stands for energy, m for mass, and c for the speed of light in a vacuum, about 3 lakh kilometer per second. When you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, it seems like 2 minutes. When you sit on a hot stove for 2 minutes, it seems like 2 hours. That's relativity.
Okay.
Uh,
Now listen, listen, listen. Afterwards, I'm going to explain it. See, now in 1905, there was one of the famous paper in which Einstein's special theory of relativity got published. Okay, so what was the concept that he made? In that, he made that concept in which he has told that time and distance both are not absolute. Absolute means they measure in itself, not in relation to anything else. Okay, so this theory was made by Einstein, theory of relativity. That is a very famous theory you might have read in your science books. Okay, in which concepts of time and distance are explained in detail. Okay, so in this theory, he has told that if two perfectly accurate, accurate means completely right, two accurate clocks are kept and they will not show same time. Okay, it means if they come together again after a journey, okay, and one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other, it means two clocks will not showing correct time if they come after a journey. Okay, so one of the basic formula that E is equal to mc square, it means energy is equal to mass multiplied by speed of light. Okay, that is to square. So this formula, that is a very famous formula which describes the relationship between mass and energy. This formula that shows the relationship of mass and energy, this formula was invented by Albert Einstein. Okay, it means whatever was his invention, it got published in his special theory of relativity in 1905, in which it was told that time and distance are not absolute. It means they both are independent. They are not dependent on each other. Time and distance both are independent. They are not completely dependent on each other. Okay, and to show that relationship, he has developed one formula. You can go through this formula. E is equal to mc square. So to clear this concept, he has taken one example also that is given in blue wordings. Suppose you are sitting with a nice girl. That girl is very much beautiful, very much nice, very much good speaker. Okay, and you are talking with that nice girl for 2 hours. But after 2 hours, you would realize what, that you have spent only 2 minutes with that girl. Okay, but when you sit on a hot stove for 2 minutes, it will be very much difficult. Nobody can sit on that, but this 2 minutes will feel just like 2 hours. So that is relativity. So in this, you can say very funny example, he has explained what is the meaning of relativity. Okay, it means when time is spent with good persons, it spends too fast, but when time is spent with tough situation, it takes a lot of time to be spent. Clear? So this concept was made clear by Albert Einstein. Now let's read 10th paragraph. So 10th paragraph, okay, Vanshika, you read 10th paragraph. Vanshika? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. While Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unrevealing. Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. She was also bothered by Mileva's intelligence. She is a book like you, his mother said. Einstein put the wedding off.
Okay, now in this paragraph, we have come to know about his love life, about his marriage, that what problem he had to face because he fell in love with one of his classmates, Mileva Merrick. He really loved that girl. He wanted to get married to that girl. So, what was the opinion of his family members? Okay, so he was so absorbed in his studies, he was making, you can say, inventions in physics. He was so busy that because he was able to solve very, very difficult problems in physics. But at that time, his private life, it means his personal life, it's starting to fail. It means there was no progress in his personal life because he was in love with one girl. At that time, he should have get married to that girl, but his personal life, it had to be suffered, and it's starting to fail. He was getting success in physics, but he was failure in his love life. Why? Because at that time when he was young, he got job also. He was working in patent office, he was working in physics also, he was making so many good inventions, and he wanted to get married with Mary. He wanted to get with Mileva Mary, okay, after finishing his studies. But his mother was not in the favor that her son should get married to that girl. Why so? What was the reason behind why his mother was against that marriage, that they both should not get married? What was the reason? The reason was that Mileva was 3 years older than Albert Einstein. Okay, so mother was against because girl was elder to that Albert Einstein. So she was also bothered. She was also worried because of, bothered means she was full of tension. She was full of anxiety. She was worried for Maleva's intelligence also, because she thought, Albert Einstein's mother thought, that if they both would get married, what would be the result? Because that girl was so intelligent. So that girl was just like a book. Okay, he would be reading that girl. It means he would not be enjoying with that girl, because that girl was of same, you can say, level of Albert Einstein. So that's why mother did not like that girl. She was against their marriage. What reason? First reason, that girl Meliva was 3 years older, and second reason, that she was very much intelligent like Albert Einstein. So she thought that their marriage would not be successful. So she did not want that they both should get married. So that's why mother completely got against Albert Einstein, that he should not get married to that girl. Okay. So afterwards, what happened? Now let's see what happens. Okay, Arzu, you read.
The pair finally married in January 1903 and had two sons, but a few years later the marriage faltered. Mileva, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year.
Okay. Now, in this paragraph, we have come to know Albert Einstein finally he got married in January 1903. In spite of that, his mother was against him. And when they got married, they had two sons. But after some years, their marriage faltered. It means it became fail. It failed. Okay. So Meliva, he was also losing her intellectual ambition, and because he was also very much intelligent, he also wanted, she was also very much intelligent, very much intellectual, very much ambitious. She also wanted to do something, but she was thinking that she is just like unhappy housewife. So that's why their marriage failed, and they both used to fight too much. And finally, in 1919, they finally divorced each other, and Einstein he got married with his cousin Elsa in the same year. Okay, so this was all about the married life of Albert Einstein, that how did he fall in love, how did they got married, how did they get married, and mother was against till they got married. They had two sons. After that, Albert Einstein had another marriage. What kind of problems he was facing in his married life. So in his biography, you have come to know about his personal life concepts also. Okay, now 12th paragraph. Okay, Renuka, you read. Renuka Singh, you read 12th paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. Einstein is new personal chapter considered with his rise to world fame. In 1915, he had published his General Theory of Relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which light from fixed stars will be reflected through sun's gravitational field. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution.
Okay. Now, in this paragraph, we have come to know that in this Einstein's new personal chapter, okay, it means now he got married with another girl. Okay, so there was a rise in his life. Now everything was sorted out. Now he was getting fame, name and fame. He was becoming so famous. Okay, because his personal chapter, it means his personal life, it was also matching with his rise in the world fame. So in 1915, what happened? His Journal Theory of Relativity, it got published, okay, and this theory, it gave a new meaning to the gravity, okay. So when there was eclipse of the sun in 1919, it really brought proof. It means it, from that evidence, it was very much crystal clear that whatever the theory he has invented, it was absolutely correct, it was accurate, it was correct. Okay, so in advance, Einstein had collected the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected. Okay, it means how this light would change the directions, because something, if it hits something, so how the directions will change. So the this article was published in newspaper, and they really proclaimed it. Proclaimed means they made a declaration. They declared that it was basically a scientific revolution. Okay, so it means when such kind of invention was made related to force of attraction, so newspaper declared it, and this was a scientific revolution. Okay, and such kind of interpretation was made by the newspaper, and he was now getting name and fame because his personal life also got settled, and he was getting fame also in his work. He was able to do very good inventions, and his life was now going so smoothly. Okay, now rest of the chapter we will be continuing tomorrow. Okay, dear students, now you can go through the text again. If you face any kind of problem, you can ask me tomorrow. Now time is running out, I have to over my class. Okay students, thank you and have a nice day.